What is up, GBA Nation? My name is Mike Weber, aka Lil Web, and I'm joined by my media director,
Sean, that's aka Sean.
And this is our second episode of the Sean and Web Show. For this episode, we decided to go to Wheeling University in Wheeling, West Virginia to take a really nice campus tour over there. And then, after that, we decided to interview one of my very good friends who's actually about to go pro, Lilly Ritz.
It was a great, we had a great time, at Wheeling University. They have beautiful facilities. The coaches were very inviting. They were very kind to us. They gave us access to everything that we wanted to do. Lilly was amazing. Can't wait for you guys to see everything that we got cooking.
Yep, it's gonna be a really awesome episode. So let's start it off with the campus tour. What's up, everybody? It's episode 2 of the Sean and Web Show. Ain't it right, Sean?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. AKA Sean, AKA Sean.
Today, we are here in Wheeling, West Virginia, because we are doing a tour of Wheeling University. Let's check out the campus.
Let's go.
Fun fact there about Wheeling's football team, they actually started back in like 2019, so yeah, really young football program.
Hey, shout out to the university, shout out to the coach for letting us come out here, take a part in the practice, drone shots and all that. But to be a program in its early infancy, he has it running pretty good over there, so keep an eye out because the Cardinals is coming.
Really nice place here. Assistant coach welcomed us here, and yeah, really nice hospitality from Wheeling University.
Yeah, Wheeling University, Division II program. Beautiful facilities. As you see, we're in the gym, we're on the football field. The court is beautiful. I mean, it's an awesome environment. What they tell us, when they play their crosstown rival, you can't hear yourself think. It gets so loud in here. So we're excited to be here. We're excited to show you Wheeling University. Thank you for rolling with us.
So just had a really nice tour there of Wheeling University. What'd you think, Sean?
Great tour, great facility, great day, sunshine, athletic facilities, athletes out there sweating, getting it done. Perfect day.
Really nice tour. Like we said, thank you to the assistant coach that offered us, that was welcomed us in there. Really nice. So thank you to him. So yeah, be sure to be on the lookout for more campus tours. But now it's time to go eat lunch. And we're on to Generations Club. Let's head on our way there.
We are entering Generations. Magnifique.
Alright, so just got done having a really nice lunch at Generations Pub. What'd you think, Sean?
Oh, it was delightful.
Yeah. And yeah, like I had the hot dog and fries there. Pretty good. The hot dog was really excellent. I think they deep fried it. So I'm gonna give this restaurant probably a 8.2 out of 10. What about you, Sean?
You know what? I had a Philly burger, which was a ground beef patty with sirloin steak shredded on top with some peppers and a couple other vegetables integrated in the food. I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8.5. It was delicious. It was just a lot for me. My eyes were bigger than my stomach, and right now, oh yeah, but it was good. The burger was good. 8.5.
Oh yeah. So if you're ever in Wheeling, be sure to come on down here to the Generations Pub. It's about 10 minutes for the campus, but it's definitely worth it.
It was a good price point. Wasn't too expensive. You felt like you were getting something healthy. I am not like a big fast food guy, so I like to know that I'm eating something fresh. And with the price point compared to the food, it definitely felt fresh and not expensive. So guess what? Webby and I can now go to Dairy Queen and get an ice cream cone because we have a couple bucks left.
Yeah, that's all for this campus tour and the food review. Like we said, be sure to keep on the lookout for some more of our campus tours. Really great college tour we did there of Wheeling University. And speaking of which, we actually have a former player from there. She went to Wheeling for a while and went to Youngstown State as well. Plus, she even graduated with me at Cambridge and is about to go pro. Lilly Ritz, glad to have you on the show, Lilly.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Awesome, and like I said, you're about to go pro here soon, overseas in Vitros, Switzerland.
Yep.
How exciting is it here to like go overseas to continue your basketball career into the professional level?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, I've been playing basketball for however many years, and I'm just excited to go play in a different country, see their culture, and experience a new country.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Question for you. You were a dual sport athlete, correct?
Yep.
So when it came time to choosing basketball or pursuing track career, like what was your decision making?
Well, it took me a while. I didn't commit to basketball until April, May of my senior year because I was deciding on the two. So I don't know. I just kind of ended up seeing myself playing basketball longer than running track. I think I just deep down had a passion more for basketball than I did for track.
Nice.
Yeah, and also when it comes to like finding these like teams overseas and that, what was the process like?
So I just got, or after season ended, I just got like offers from different agents, and then at first I didn't know if I really wanted to do it, so I kind of put it on hold for a while, and then I came home and I was like, okay, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in Cambridge for that long, so I would rather just play overseas. And then I got an agent. He basically did all the work. He gave me I gave him my top 3 countries that I would want to go to, and then he gave me 2 options within Switzerland, and I picked the best offer. So he did all the work.
So for those of us that don't know, and there's kids going to be watching this that have the aspirations of playing, take us from the top, like, so the process, like, how do you even know that you're eligible to play pro or you're good at night? Like what information did you get to let you know that I can play at the next level?
I honestly didn't have a clue after the season ended. I kind of just waited, and then agents like would DM me, and that's really how I knew like, oh, I could play this. But even if agents don't DM you, you could do your research. You could find some and see if your stats did well. I mean, there's definitely different levels in Europe, so depending on how well you did in college, it really just depends. So, I mean, there's opportunities for everybody, I think.
What was the more stressful process? Coming out of high school to college, choosing a school, or choosing a pro team?
Definitely coming out of high school, because I was not very grown up back then, and I just kind of I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't want to make the wrong decision, which I did end up making the wrong decision. And so after college, it just kind of came pretty easy. I was like, I want to do it, so I did it.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome.
And also, like, speaking of like going like pro and that, not only that, you're actually the second in your family to go pro, because your dad was in the MLB.
Yep.
So what's that like having a parent who done professional sports before? Like, what is that like as you're about to go pro?
It's pretty nice because he knows the ins and outs of it. I mean, I know it's different countries and everything, but I mean, our family's pretty competitive, and it's just nice to jab at my brothers and sisters and say, well, I'm going over pro and you're not, so.
Absolutely, sibling rivalries.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he was able to give you like, I mean, just through the years, like talking you through situations,
yeah.
just preparing you for the future, preparing you for what it takes.
Yep, he's good at that. He definitely was, between him and my mom, my biggest supporters. They came to every game, and he knew how college basketball or baseball, whatever he did was. So, I mean, I'm hoping he knows a little more about the pro life, so I can definitely come to him for questions when it comes time.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so take us back in high school when you and me were in high school. You actually set the scoring record there and the rebounding record. So what was that like getting to do that at Cambridge?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely cool just having your name written in the Cambridge High School basketball record book. I mean, everybody dreams of that. I dreamt of it when I was watching my sister play in the state tournament. I was like, wow, I can't wait to be like her and break these records. So yeah, it was definitely a cool moment, and it was something you can look back on and just say, wow, I actually did that.
Yeah, and during that high school years, what was like your favorite memory? Do you have like a favorite game that stands out to you? Like,
I think the Maysville game. I think it was district finals where we won, and we went to regional semifinals. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, I remember that. 'Cause I remember filming that, and
yeah,
it was so much fun, and like seeing girls coming back from downtown, like the little parade and everything. That was awesome.
That was definitely my favorite memory.
Who did you guys play in the regionals?
Sheridan. We lost by 2.
Gotcha.
It hurt.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I remember that was kind of a sad one, but also that was very exciting. As
it was definitely exciting.
They packed the gym, as it was like half Cambridge, half Sheridan, full house.
Yeah, I think we were down by 2 with like 6 seconds left, and I had to shoot 2 free throws and see how that ended.
Yeah. So yeah, after high school years, well, actually during high school, did you play like travel ball?
I did. I played AAU for Ohio Express, which was out of Zanesville.
Oh, nice. Did they ever play in some of the GBA events and that?
Oh yeah, we played in a lot of GBA events. I can't remember which ones, but.
You played at Capitol before, haven't you?
Yeah.
I think that's where I've seen you play.
Otterbein.
Yep.
All the Columbus ones.
So, you have an interesting story. Like, I have 2 daughters myself that's been through the process. Their 2 journeys were polar opposites.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that you need to play on the top AAU teams, run the top circuits and things like that. Your journey, because you're a dual sport athlete, seemed like it was a little different. You didn't have to take some of these paths, like describe to us, like, your process. Like, did you go to any of the exposure events? Like, how were you seen to go to college?
I think I went to like 1 or 2. When I was getting recruited, I was not being a very good recruit. I didn't like to call people, and I was just, so I think my coach called, because I went to Cal PA first semester. I think my coach called them, and then they called me, and then they kind of offered me. I visited and all that, but I think one thing that I have noticed with all of my teammates at Youngstown, they all were on pretty good AAU teams. They all did all these exposure events. Like, they don't look at your high school very often, so being on the AAU team or going to these events definitely does help, unless you're on like a really good high school basketball team. But I mean, my process definitely wasn't easy. It wasn't the right steps to take. I mean, I transferred 2 times, but I mean, I got to where I wanted to be. I got to be a Division I player, so I think just following what your path and doing what it takes and just each year getting better will lead you to where you want to be.
Absolutely.
So you guys heard it from her herself, like, you don't have to chase and follow the next person or the next gal because you see she went that way and you have to do that to have success. Just trust in your process, basically.
Yep.
You know, and you can end up and you can end up where she is playing professional ball. So thank you for that information.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and then while in college, as you mentioned, you went to Cal and then you transferred to Wheeling. So what was that like going to Wheeling? Because it's a much closer school to Cambridge and that. Plus, you got to be with some of your friends in there.
Yeah, I was excited to go to Wheeling. I knew a couple of my friends from high school going there, and my brother went there, so it was kind of familiar to me, and it just seemed like a place I wanted to be. And it was good for the first year or two, and then after that, there were some financial things. We lost our accreditation for a little while. So I had 2 pretty successful years at Wheeling, so I was just ready for the next step and ready to see where basketball took me from there.
Nice. And while at Wheeling, you actually, in one of the games, got to set the NCAA Division II record for most rebounds in a game at 3 assists.
Yep.
What was that like to tie that record?
I mean, it was pretty cool. I didn't realize how many rebounds I had that game. So after, I think they announced it on the intercom, and I was like, oh my God. I think I looked at my parents in the stands, and they were like, oh my God. But yeah, it was definitely a cool experience. Wish I could have just got one more rebound and got the first one, but you know, take what I get.
So let me get this right. You got 36 rebounds in one game? On that note, I need a Gatorade break.
Sponsor him, Gatorade.
Yeah, please sponsor us, Gatorade.
Look, 36 rebounds, that is a overtime in the office.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Notice you didn't say we were not bragging about 36 points, 56 points. We're bragging about rebounds. That's how you get it in the dirt right there. I'm impressed.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
Yes.
Rebounding's definitely my forte, I'd say.
Nice.
Definitely. Like, so after Wheeling, you transferred to Youngstown State, jumping up to Division I. What was that like going from Division II to Division I in basketball?
It was scary. I was very scared because I knew it was a lot more work, a lot more time in the gym. You had to, Division II, you just went during August through May when school was over. But for Division I, we had to go during the summer, we had to work out, and it was just a whole different ball game. I knew people were going to be bigger, better, faster, stronger, but definitely having my teammates, they all made it so easy, and my coaches all made it easy, and from there on, it was just great, so can't complain.
And so while you were there, you averaged, I looked this up, you actually averaged double figures. Like, you had double figures in rebounds and assists, rebounds and points.
Yeah.
What was that highlight? Because you also had you hit 2,000 points. Mm-hmm. So what was all of that like in college?
It was definitely exciting. Couldn't have done it without my teammates and my coaches, of course. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just kind of went out there, played the game, didn't really focus on how many points or how many rebounds I had, and just kind of played. Hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And it sounded like the best happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So congratulations again.
Can't complain. Thank you.
Yeah. And So what was like your favorite memory from playing like both at Wheeling and at Youngstown?
I think it was definitely from Youngstown. It was either we won the regular season conference last year. That was pretty cool. And then this year we beat a team that we have struggled beating in the past, which is Green Bay, and they're always pretty good. They're always well coached. So we beat them at their place, which was definitely big for us. I don't think we've done that since 2009 or something. So that was a fun game.
Nice.
Nice.
Playing up like a non-conference opponents, who was your toughest opponent, like out of conference?
I think like our highest that we played was Penn State. Last year we played them. We stuck with them until like the third quarter, and then I think they kind of slipped away. And then we played them the year before. But we've stuck with them. I mean, they were definitely pretty tough to play against, but they're definitely bigger and better and stronger, faster. But
Did you guys play South Dakota?
no.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, I was about to say like one of my favorite memories from getting to see you play at Youngstown was of course your senior night game and to see you play one last time.
Yeah, that was a cool
and
one.
But also one of the accolades that you put up while at Youngstown, which amazed me, was during your game against West Virginia Tech your senior year, you scored 20 points while only being in the game for like 6.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, I looked it up on Twitter. That's like, what was it? That's like the fastest, like the fewest minutes that somebody has scored 20 points by any Division I player. That includes like the male side of it too. Like first one, like the fewest minutes in like 20 years. Mm-hmm. So what was that like?
It was pretty cool. I didn't get to play the game very much, but when I did, my teammates just passed me the ball, and I remember right after jump ball, I think we had a play where we passed it down, and then I went up. Somebody set a screen for me, and Malia passed the ball up to me, and that just set it off apparently, and didn't miss any layups. Which was more impressive for me was that I didn't miss any free throws. I went to the free throw line 4 times, and I'm not very good at free throws, so that was definitely what impressed me the most, was making all 4.
Nice.
So like, I got one question, like 20 points in 6 minutes. Did you look to your mom or dad or coach or sideline or the people in the crowd and go,
No, I just kind of...
were you just feeling it?
I guess. I mean, it was a NAIA school, I think, and it was like right before Christmas break, so I was just getting in.
Another day at the office, huh?
Yeah, 3 minutes first half, 3 minutes second half. And,
Wow.
yeah.
I think the second quickest I've ever heard of that type of scoring spree, Reggie Miller did it against, it was a playoff game. He scored like 8 points in like 8 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
But it's turnover, 3. But that's impressive. 20.6 minutes, broken up into 3-minute increments. Yeah, she hooping.
Oh, yeah.
Baller, we're gonna give her flowers and make sure she walks away with those flowers.
Yeah.
Terrific, outstanding job.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, like you said earlier, you being a multiple sport athletes, you have to do that while at Wheeling. How was that into like balance like both basketball and track?
In high school, it was definitely hard, just because the prime AAU time was during spring, which was track season, and at the time I didn't know if I wanted to do basketball or track. And then I went to Wheeling I went to Cal, transferred to Wheeling, so I had to sit out the rest of that year for basketball, transfer rules. So I ended up doing track that spring and just kind of went to basketball practice, and then we'd go to track practice after, and then basketball ended, and I just had to go to track, and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as you would think it would be, but yeah, it was definitely a cool experience to get to be a multi-sport college athlete.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, especially as like some of the best players I've seen, like football and basketball, some of them were multiple athletes themselves. Like at Ohio State, I think Devin Smith was one. He did both football and track. So
I mean, yeah, it's not an easy thing to do, balancing schedules, plus with balancing class, you know, and trying to avoid injury while doing all this stuff to stay injury free. I mean, it's not easy, and it's admirable
to see her, you know, pull it off the way she did. Awesome job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, yep. That was yeah, it was really good to see you again. And
Of course, yeah.
like I said, can't wait for you to see how you do in the pros. What's a pro team? Is it playing a Helios?
Helios, yeah, Helios BS.
Yep.
Something like that.
So be sure to keep an eye out for her over there in Switzerland, and be sure to watch some of her games if you can on live stream.
They'll be streamed on YouTube.
Awesome. I'll be sure to remember that.
Okay.
So, yep. Anyways, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, no problem. So, anyways, we'll see you later, GBA Nation.
GBA Nation.